So it's been a minute, boys and girls, since I have jumped into the Reddit reaction series, but with the beta having just been playable last weekend, and now obviously right now it is once again playable this weekend, I thought it would be the perfect time to jump back into the Reddit reaction series, the series where I go on the Reddit website so that you guys don't have to. I don't tend to really use Reddit all that often, but it's kind of fun for this series to actually go on and see what it's all about, because sometimes it can be very toxic. Sometimes there's a lot of funny stuff as well. So it's a good mix. And there's actually the new subreddit called r/Battlefield6 that was obviously created as soon as the reveal happened. And so without wasting any time, we're going to jump right into it. And as always, I'm going to set these to the top posts of the week. So let's jump right in. I'm going to make this a little bigger for you boomers in the back like myself, so that you can actually see what the hell's going on. And let's jump in now. The first post, this has got 8.5 or nearly 9,000 upvotes. All of you need to try Battlefield 6 without the HUD. Let's see what this looks like. I wonder if I can turn the quality up. There we go. God damn, it does look good. Wow, sick. Nice one. Great. Internet down here in Australia. It shouldn't be lagging. I don't know what, maybe it's actually on Reddit side. It does look good though without the HUD. I've actually wanted to do this. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, doing a video just no HUD gameplay once the game launches, or even this weekend in the beta, if you guys are down to see that, because it looks damn good. It's so cinematic. It got the Vietnam flashback effects going on here. The explosions and stuff, man, all of the like visual effects look crazy, man. It actually genuinely looks like a proper gritty, like modern shooter, which is something I think we've all been crying out for. It looks straight up just like Black Hawk Down in a video game. So anyway, I think that's enough for that, but very enjoyable to watch. Like I said, if you guys want to see like a full gameplay, or just like even a highlights reel or something of some no HUD gameplay in 4K, let me know. Now, I'm sure a lot of you saw this, the peak player count on Steam during the first weekend of the beta. I've got a feeling this could potentially get broken this weekend. Hell, by the time you're watching this, it may have already been broken. I don't know, but I do feel like the hype around the first weekend was obviously crazy, but I feel like now, one, a lot of us want to jump back in. Like, I'm currently itching. I'm recording this the day before, or actually it goes live today for me later in the day, but right now I'm itching to get back in. I literally am like having withdrawals at this point. So I think a lot of us are in the same boat. We want to jump back in, but then also I feel like a lot of people who maybe saw all of that hype and just didn't jump on, when they see there's a second weekend, I feel like a lot of people are going to jump on. So I got a feeling this could potentially get broken this weekend, but the fact that it hit over 500,000 concurrent players is insane. Just for context, obviously this is just the Steam numbers, but that beat the all-time Call of Duty concurrent player count on Steam, which is wild. I don't know how that's the case, because Call of Duty is the highest selling game every year. It's obviously much more of a console game than a PC game, but still, to beat that in a freaking beta is absurd. So if that's anything to base the hype for the game off, I think we're in for a very popular game here if they can obviously stick the landing. And to me, it's really good to see. I want this game to succeed. I want it to be good. It feels really good so far. And I think if the game is actually good, it deserves all the success in the world. So seeing numbers like this is definitely very, very exciting. Everybody right now, this is legitimately me. Like I said, so it's 11 a.m. as I'm recording this. The servers go live at 6 p.m. tonight. So I'm just kind of like sitting here all day, like, what the fuck am I meant to do with my life? Could not be a more accurate meme, to be honest. And we've got a post here saying, I miss this so much. Please bring it back and show it on the scoreboard. I could not agree more with that. This was the GOAT. Having the actual, essentially your insignia on the scoreboard was so good. I don't know why it makes a difference. It shouldn't really make a difference, but I just remember playing Battlefield 3 and like you'd see someone on the top of the scoreboard and they'd have the level 100 badge, and you just knew that dude was an absolute jet. And I do kind of miss that. I feel like it just adds a nice little touch. The scoreboard does feel, even though it shows everything we need it to, it feels a little bit like bare bones at the moment. So I would be down for that again. Plus, I just think this is just like an old school shooter thing that like Call of Duty used to do this as well. I don't know why they moved away from this, but I would be down for them to bring these back for sure. Everyone needs to chill and appreciate that we have a good Battlefield game after 4 years. The maps are too small, the HUD doesn't make any sense. It plays like COD. Me just happy that Battlefield is back. I'm sort of in the middle there where this is very much me. Like, I'm just stoked that we've actually got a good Battlefield game. It's kind of insane to think that they have done this. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think that they could ever get Battlefield back to where it was. And maybe Battlefield 6 won't reach those heights. It probably won't. It probably won't be as good as Battlefield 3 and 4. But like, the fact that we are back is crazy to me. But I also do have some little complaints. And I think this side of it for me is more that I want to keep them accountable. I don't want to just praise them and go, oh, thanks, you gave us a good game, now take my money and I'll shut up. I want to keep them accountable and keep, you know, complaining about the little things so that they can make the game even better. So I do get this side of it, but I would say I'm much more on this side where I'm kind of like, I've got my complaints, but let's not like have a big sook about it. Like, give your feedback and then just enjoy the game, because it's crazy that we've actually got a good Battlefield game again. I've got a color filter here. I think this is level capped video, just judging by the color of that. And yeah, you can see, let me play. You can see it's level capped down there. So this is, oh, there we go. So we split it. This is what it looks like overall. And then this is the actual difference. It looks very, it looks very grayed out over here. Now, this is a very gray map in general, so it's maybe not the best example, but I think it looks nice. I do think the color correction looks nice. Obviously, it's kind of hard to tell because, say like this frame, if I can get that explosion. Obviously, this is like very colorful, and then this is very gray. It's not really the best example. I'd love to see what the explosion looked like on that screen. But yeah, it's interesting how it is very grayed out. I think that happens with every Battlefield, though. There's always like a weird... They all have their own tone. I remember like Battlefield 3 had that really blue tint to it. Battlefield 4 had more of like an orangey yellow sort of tint to it. It's weird that they all have a very distinguishable like color palette, whereas this just looks a little bit more like generalized, I guess. So I don't know which one I prefer. I think it looks good, but yeah, I don't know if on like a more colorful map this would be like too vivid looking. I don't know, but it's interesting. It is interesting how how much of it, that is a crazy difference when you actually look at even the ground here. Like, there's actual color versus gray. But again, it's a very gray map, so it might not be the best example. The beta got me. the Elden Ring side of ground. I rate that. I will say here, guys, I will say this, and I'm as high on this game as anyone. I think it genuinely feels like it's going to be a banger. I have little complaints, but for the most part, they're not game breaking. Like, everything about the game, I really enjoy. The complaints I have are pretty minor at the end of the day. I'm still in the camp of do not pre-order the game. Wait until it launches before you buy it, because one, it could still launch buggy as hell. This could just be a really good slice of the game and everything else is busted. We don't know. I don't think that'll happen because there's so, we've got half the maps in the game. So I feel like there's a decent amount of content in the beta. So I don't think it will launch badly, but it can still happen, right? But if they just get, I don't know, 15 million freaking pre-orders, their job is done and the game isn't even out yet. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want EA to be like, we did it. We've got 15 million pre-orders. Our goal has been hit and now we can just kind of do whatever. I want them to kind of be on launch day really thinking, oh shit, like we haven't had that many pre-orders. We need to really keep on top of this game and keep people happy. Because I think if just everyone pre-orders, and keep in mind, I am a pre-order guy. I generally just pre-order games so I can pre-download them if I'm honest. So I'm not saying this as one of those guys who never pre-orders. Almost every game I buy, I pre-order it. But I feel like with this, we need to keep, it's kind of what I was saying earlier about keeping them accountable. Good job, EA. Good job, DICE and all the studios that have worked on it. That's great. You still have to earn my money. Don't just go out and pre-order it straight away. I can't tell you how to spend your money. If you want to pre-order it, go for your life. But I do just think that it's important to keep them a little bit stressed, if that makes sense, to where they're like, oh shit, it's not selling that many copies in the pre-order phase. So we need to make sure the launch is really good. We need to make sure that the content's good and everything after launch. And then if they hit their goals after that, that's fine and everyone can be happy. But I think if it just sells like 20 million copies before it launches, then that's actually a bad thing for us as the players. The next post says, it's good guys, it's actually good. We truly are back. And then that is all. Keen to see what some of the comments say. Definitely better than 2042. Low bar, 100%. That would be a huge understatement. This beta is making me feel like a kid again, playing Battlefield all night with friends. I I could not agree more with that. I have had so many flashbacks in this beta where I just do something in the game, or like there's something going on and I'm like, that is exactly out of Battlefield 3, and I swear I'm like having deja vu of things that have happened, because it does feel so similar at times to Battlefield 3 and 4. Now, obviously, it plays a little bit differently and stuff, but there's just so many times where I'll be getting shot at and I'll like take cover and I go prone, for example. Something blows up next to me and I'm like looking around, there's people running around everywhere. It just feels like old school Battlefield. And I mean, I haven't played that many hours of a game in the previous weekend of the beta. I think I clocked over 30 hours, which is essentially over 4 days. That is 7.5 hours a day. That is absurd, boys. I have not played a game like that in, I don't know when. I actually don't know. I don't know if I've ever clocked 30 hours in 4 days, actually, now that I think of it. I'm sure when I was like younger, playing like Skyrim and shit like that. That's a, yeah, I just feel like that says so much that I was playing so much. Obviously, as a content creator, I'm trying to get footage as well. So it's not just having fun. I'm trying to get gameplay for videos and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of games out there where I'll cover them and I'm having fun, but I can only play for like an hour or 2 hours at most, and I kind of get a little bit like bored of it. And I can still play 2 hours a day and have fun, but like more than that, I start getting really burnt out on it. Whereas I genuinely feel like I could play this for like 5 hours a day for months and I would not get bored. So I definitely agree with this part here. It makes me, it has made me feel like I'm a kid again at times. It's been so much fun. I just hope that the actual launch is like that, as well as like post-launch. If we get good content updates and stuff, man, oh, we're going to be eating for years. Wasted negative space in the main menu. This is one gripe that I really do have with not just Battlefield, but Call of Duty. So many games out there. The modern UI in terms of like main menu UI is genuine arse. I don't know what the hell, who designed that, where you can see like the game modes down the bottom here, and it's like Netflix where you scroll down and then you scroll sideways to go through. Just bring back the freaking old way of doing it. I hate the modern UI systems. It is genuinely atrocious. It is not intuitive at all, and it looks dog shit. Look at all the red. What the hell? What is this? What a waste of space. It's not only, it just doesn't look good, but also it is literally like not efficient. If they're always going on about, oh, we want to get people buying skins and making money. Where the fuck's this? I know it's a beta, but like, where's the store going to be? Is this whole page here, or this whole section of the page, going to be the store? So then half the freaking screen is the store. Like, just put go back to the old school method where you had like a list down here, similar to what they've got there, but like make it big and put it here. And you've got, you know, multiplayer, campaign, settings, all that stuff. You click on multiplayer and then it takes you to quick play, server browser, stuff like that, your stats, all of that stuff. And it's just a list. You can have your cool looking character over here. You can have the store over there. I don't care. But this whole new UI system that was, I think Call of Duty like implemented this first. And I dare say that the fact that Byron Bede, who used to be at Call of Duty and like specifically Warzone that he worked on, he's now here. I feel like he has probably influenced this a lot. It is genuine dog shit, boys. I don't know why anyone thinks this is good. All of this wasted space is just like, yeah, to me it's like, what are we doing here? It's a huge waste of space. It's not intuitive. Half the time I click lobby to search for a match, then you go choose mode and it just brings you back to this fucking menu again. It's like so annoying. Just delete and start again, please. Take me back to Battlefield 3 and 4 where it just straight up had the list down there. Put your cool character over here with some skins and whatever you want to sell me, that's fine. But this modern UI, man, oh my god, it is absolutely atrocious. But that is going to do it for the very first Reddit reaction now that we're into the swing of things for Battlefield 6. If you guys want to see more of these, be sure to let me know down below. I will potentially sort of alternate between the Battlefield 6 Reddit and just the regular Battlefield Reddit as well. I should also mention as well, for those who have missed the previous couple of videos, I'm going to be in Sydney this weekend live streaming Battlefield 6's beta from Fortress in Sydney. So one, if you're in Sydney, feel free to stop by to Fortress. Myself and a bunch of other Battlefield creators are going to be there streaming the game, having a bit of fun, and then I'd imagine after that we'll have a few drinks and talk some shit for a couple of hours. So feel free to stop by if you are in Sydney, and if you're not in Sydney, be sure to turn on your notifications, because like I said, I will be streaming. It's very rare these days that I actually get to stream, but I would love to see all of you guys in the chat talking shit and telling me that I suck at Battlefield. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.